Yeah, so in order for this car to propel itself forward, it needs to have something pushing it forward. So our places of contact in cars are where the four wheels meet the ground. And all of those wheels, assuming that we're moving forward, are going to have friction in the positive or in the forward direction. So here's the windshield. So it almost seems,
I would have said negative direction.
yeah, it seems counterintuitive to like draw it that way because it's like,
Yeah.
it just is weird. But yeah, if the friction was pointing the opposite direction, the car would be moving backwards. Yeah, so the wheels are rotating this way, and as they're doing that, the ground is pushing them forward.
Okay.
So it is weird, but that's how we get our cars to move forward. It's all friction force. And so usually we think of friction as a bad thing, like, oh, friction slows things down.
Yeah.
But in reality, I mean, if it wasn't for friction, we wouldn't be able to walk forward, we wouldn't be able to drive forward, because those are the propelling forces that get us going. Cool. So that one's kind of conceptual.
Yeah.
Use Newton's laws to find an expression for the net external force acting on the car. Ignore air resistance. So the net external force acting on the car. It doesn't. Oh, express your answers in terms of friction, the force of friction acting on each wheel. Okay. So we know that the car as a whole, including the wheels, has a mass of m. Is that what it said?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So force of gravity equals m times g. We know that normal force is also going to be mg since we're on level ground. So those two things cancel out, so we don't have any net force in the y direction, or the y dimension. So all we've got is these four friction forces on the tires. So as a whole, we have the friction from tire 1, the friction from tire 2, the friction from tire 3, the friction from tire 4. So our net force is just going to be all of these frictions added together. So net force should equal 4F. Because they did say that they wanted us to assume that F is the force of friction acting on each wheel.